Hey everybody, it's round 2 on the intro to cells. I think I got cut off yesterday. You might have noticed that it sort of ended abruptly. I think what happened was I thought I was pausing it, and I didn't pause it. And then when I tried to unpause it, I ended up pausing it, which cut it early. And I didn't want to do that. The part that I missed that I wanted to share with you would be the answer key to the matrix here. If you can take a look, pause this at any point, and you can get the answer key to both. So you can check over your work. Part 1 here, note that probably the cytoplasm was the hardest one to get because the book didn't do a great job providing its function. It did talk about what it was, that it's a thick gel-like fluid, the region in between the organelles inside the cell, but its two jobs are, number 1, to allow for the movement of particles throughout the cell, and also to give the cell some shape or structure. It also provides some function. I put that all kind of wrapped up into the second job. With regard to the difference between animals and plant cells have two unique structures that an animal cell straight up don't have. And one is the cell wall, which is the non-living material called cellulose. Animal cells do not have cell walls. While both animal and plant cells do have cell membranes, only the cell wall is, only plant cells have cell walls. If you go to the part 2 now, the other structure present only in plant cells and not in animal cells would be your chloroplasts. The chloroplasts, of course, are the structures that make the plant green. They have all of the chlorophyll and they are involved in photosynthesis, which is part of what we'll talk about in the next unit. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, lysosomes. Lysosomes you will find on some websites and perhaps in some publications. They'll say that plant cells don't have lysosomes. That's not true. They do have lysosomes. They tend to just be a little bit more rare, or not as many as you'll find in a typical animal cell. The other thing I can point out too, and it does state this right here, that in a typical plant cell, there will be one large central vacuole that stores all of the water. As you know, plants need water, and that's why it has that. Animal cells typically, depending on the cell, have smaller, spread out vacuoles throughout. Let me go back to me here. I will show you, I'm putting the answer keys only in this video. So you have to work a little bit to find them. Here is the answer key to, oh, it's going to be backwards. I didn't think about that. Put a mirror up to the video. But here is your animal cell diagram. Well, maybe that'll make it even a larger challenge. You have to kind of figure out exactly what it is. It's backwards. But this is the tougher of the two. Notice I gave it some color. There's no green involved. There are definitely some structures here that you're not going to have to know yet, like the centrosome. The nucleoplasm is really not anything you're going to need to know, but I went ahead and included it in the diagram so that you can label it. And then here's my unfinished coloring, but the backwards plant cell. This one's a little bit easier to figure out. But again, here's your backwards answer key. So you can pause that and try to decipher it. If somebody puts a mirror up to it to figure it out, I want to hear about it because that would be pretty funny. So those are the two things that I just wanted to include in the video because you didn't get it yesterday. If there's any other questions that you have, we can probably address them in class tomorrow. I think that is